Just very quickly before the video starts, I'd like to remind you all that I recorded this video on my Mac, which I'll state pretty much about 30 seconds into the video and clarify that a million times of why the quality is absolute crap. The thing was, though, this Mac I've been using for about 6 years now in total, and I haven't used this in about a year, which again I'll state probably about the first 30 seconds of the video. Upon rendering, though, I had two options. One was render out, which would take 8 hours, actually what I used to do, and if I chose that option I would not be able to get it out in time, or I could just render the quick way. Now that quick way was still about an hour, but it went out very choppy and the frame rate's very, very bad. So just want to let you guys know the quality's going to be absolute crap, but it's okay because you love me anyway. So go ahead and watch the video. You guys can take care now.
Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Pizza Letter Brandon, and today I have for you something incredibly special that you're all gonna probably freak out at and say this looks like absolute crap. Okay. Let's clear up some water here before, so I can answer any questions before you guys kind of are like, what the heck is going on? If you cannot tell by the title, I gotta fix that. Where is the control for the zoom? Right there. So if you guys can't tell by the title, today is actually my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 2 years now, and it's been a crazy ride, but I'll get into the whole sap story when I actually, get into the game and stuff. But for now, I want to give a little backstory. Those of you that haven't been around since I started YouTube, very few percent of you, hey YouTube, another video today. Those of you that haven't been around since I started YouTube, you probably won't know, but I actually started YouTube on an iMac. Because back before I bought PCs and all that, I actually had an iMac for about 4 years before I began to start YouTube on it. YouTube was actually the reason why I bought a PC. So for my 1-year special, which was a year ago, I decided to actually hop on my Mac, fire it up after a year of not even touching the thing, give or take a couple months or so. And record a video and post it. Now that was a Walls video, went up 1 year ago, and it was pretty cool. So I figured, you know what, for old special time's sake, let's go ahead and go back, fire up the Mac, which literally had not been turned on for a year. The time between turn-ons was oh god, that sounds weird. The time between turning it on, that doesn't sound any better, was 1 year. So I'm back on my Mac again and gonna record a video as the tradition would stand. So pretty much every single 1-year anniversary that I have on YouTube, I'm gonna record a video on my Mac. And you know what? We're here on the Nexus, and the reason that I'm on the Nexus is because this is one of the great things that has come from my YouTube career. So I figure, best to celebrate by playing, you know what? A traditional Nexus Hunger Games. Now, I know you guys may not be interested in Hunger Games, but I'm going to play it because, it's kind of the face of our server, even though Battledome's a pretty big standout on it. We have some other games, but the last one I did, the 1-year one, I did a video on the Walls, which was, I think it was on Legendary Crafts Walls, and the reason I did it on there was because they were a part of my YouTube career, because I had a history with Mindcade a long time ago, longer than a year. And now, you know what? I've got history with the Nexus. What's up, guy? You know what? Let's just hop right straight into it. So we're going to go ahead and go to... what server can we fill? I see 23 on the edge there. It's got a few people. Let's go to 44. SG44. I don't know if we have enough people to fill it up at this time of day. We should. And my frame rate is actually doing pretty well for being on a Mac that's, holy Jesus, 6 years old right now. Friggin' like DDR2 memory, 320 gig hard drives in this. Old specs, but you figure from 6 years ago that it would have that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and choose, what map do we want to do? Let's do Candyland. Let's do Candyland. Because I was actually thinking, I would like to get Candyland for the first time playing on here. And I will say, I have actually everything that I'm using when I first started YouTube, except my mouse. I got the same Mac keyboard that I actually use on my PC, and I'm using my internal Mac mic. I'm using Screenium to record this. Everything from when I first started YouTube, except my mouse. This is the same mouse that I use on my PC right now, because for the life of me, I can't find my Mac mouse. I don't know what I did with it, and that's not a bad thing, because I don't like Mac mouses at all, at least for this. Anyway, to the left, what's up, Mickle? So yeah, it's been 2 years, and here comes the sap story for a little bit. It's been 2 years since I started YouTube, since the first day I got into it and was told by many people that it would be a good idea for me to start, and 2 years ago I made probably the best decision of my entire life. Honestly, like, YouTube has been the one thing that has opened more doors in my life than anything else. Why are you following me? YouTube's been just, like, the best thing for me. And the whole road I've gone down here has been crazy in just the span of 2 years. Started YouTube, made videos for a good while. I had some off and ons. Truthfully, I'm gonna grab this just before this guy does. I need a freaking weapon here. I had some off and ons. There were a couple moments when I had to quit YouTube for a bit. One was for personal reasons for a few months, and the other was because I had a broken computer for a few months as well. So my history on YouTube has been pretty off and on. What is with the chest plates this game? Holy butts! Hey guy, I'm in a peace with you because I don't really have a lot of... Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, that's Twitter. I don't know if that just messed up anything, but I'm not oriented pretty well on my computer. What the freak? Okay. I think that happens if I do a thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, I had a few off and ons on YouTube, and I'm sorry, my whole no, guy, go away, go away, all of you. Oh, finally got a weapon. All right, getting out of here. Oh, thank you guys. I don't normally peace, but I've had so. Thank you. It's okay. I promise. I gotta go away from you guys now because I will kill. So anyway, yeah. I'm really sorry. That whole sort of thing just kind of freaked me out a bit there because I was wondering what was going on with my computer. Lost kind of the train of thought I had with my commentary, but hopefully I can recover. So yeah, my history on YouTube has been pretty crazy. Hasn't been the craziest, but it's been pretty crazy for 2 years. Guys, I will kill now. Don't want to peace, but don't want to be a butt. So run! Run! Okay, one second. Let me just get situated here. Okay. As I was saying, YouTube's been a really crazy career for me. I had a couple moments where I was off of YouTube for a little while, just personal things, and I just realized I can't freaking sprint while hitting in this, which kind of sucks. I actually can't do anything with control here, so that'll be a bit of a hindrance. I still got a little bit of skill though, which is crazy to think about, coming off of a Mac. After that, I started the Hutt with Turq, which was my public server, I believe, less than a year after I got into YouTube. I actually, I think I started the Hutt during the time that I was on a break from YouTube. Okay, I need to run out of here. So that was a public server, and then that became the Battledome server, and then Battle Royale, and then we merged it with the Nexus not too long ago. 6-7 months, I think the Nexus came out. I can't remember at all, actually. These guys are being... Oh, gosh, these guys are being butts. Okay. So that's pretty much been my ride on YouTube for a while, and I've met, you know, a ton of people through YouTube. It's been an amazing experience, and I really just, like, truthfully, I do owe so many things to you guys for so many reasons, and whether or not you're new to my channel or you subbed maybe 3-4 months ago, maybe you're just browsing through my videos and, you know, not even a subscriber, just an occasional guy that, you know, comes in every here and there. Maybe you've been around since the start of my YouTube. I don't care when you got here. Thank you, just immensely. I know YouTubers thanking their subscribers for milestones and stuff is a bit weird because, you know, one individual person may not have gotten a person to that goal. You know, like, talking in a collective sense is always a weird thing to do. But just, you know, you guys as a whole, and even as individuals, every single one of you are people. And that's crazy to think about. I'm not the biggest YouTuber in the world, but I am very happy with my size. 93,000 people at the time that I'm recording this have, at one point, said, I like your content, and I want to subscribe and see more from you. Doesn't matter if they're active now or not. 93,000 people have said that. That's more than an entire freaking baseball field. You know, baseball audience. That's crazy. That is seriously crazy. And almost kind of scary to think about that so many people have been supporting me in what I've been doing. And you guys have opened so many doors for me. Being truthful, for me, school hasn't been the easiest thing in the world for me. And I've just had a lot of, you know, I've had a lot of hardships in my life. Now, I'm not comparing myself to people that, you know, have had, you know, really tough hardships. We all have our own levels of hardships, you know. Just because one person has it harder doesn't mean another person can't have it less harder and it still be really painful for them. You know, I've had my ups and downs in my life, and YouTube has been one thing that's really been keeping me on track because it's given me something to do with my life. You know, for the time being, it's given me like sort of a home and comfort. Knowing this is kind of where I am, and it's weird to honestly say that, but YouTube I do consider actually my home, you know, at the current moment, and I hope it can be for a very, very long time to come. So, like, just the whole ability that I've been able to take YouTube this far and have it be something that has been so impactful on my life has been crazy, and I owe every amount of just where I am to every single one of you. I don't care who you are, whether or not you've been with me since the start, or just a couple weeks ago, year ago, whenever. I owe so much thanks to everybody who has supported me, everybody who has just done anything for me. You've opened so many doors. You guys have helped me meet amazing people, great people on here, you know, whether it be people through YouTube, whether it just be friends that I've met through here. I met my girlfriend, Kara, through, I don't want to say through YouTube, but I know for a fact I wouldn't have met her without YouTube, and she means the absolute world to me. So, you know, I thank you guys a ton for that, because without you guys, I wouldn't have known Kara, most likely. In fact, yeah, guaranteed probably not. So that's a crazy thing. I wouldn't know as many people as I did. You know, the whole... And I want to give a quick shout out to Mitch, Jerome, Matt, and Zach. Those are the people that actually got me started and helped me push to YouTube. My whole history on how I started YouTube... I'm actually trying to figure out where people are. Someone said behind me, and they were telling the truth. The whole way I started out on YouTube was through a server that they had called the BYD server. That was something they set up, I believe, January 4th or January 3rd, early January. That's not going to bloop me, is it? Nope. Around early January of, that blooped me. Okay. Is this guy gonna... No, he's not. No, neither of those guys are. They set that up around... You guys are probably yelling at me to put my pants on that entire time. Just trucing for now, but I will come back and kill stuff. I don't know if I'm being a butt or not. But they started a server when I met them, when I was browsing around videos. I actually believe I was watching Syndicate's zombie videos at the time. I was a big fan of him a few years ago. And I happened to stumble across the Master Quest on ASF, Awesome Sauce Film Shows you that don't know. Yes, that's actually what the ASF and ASF Jerome stands for, his old channel that he started out on. The more you know. I found their stuff on there. And they were playing Minecraft, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Just 4 of them on a server, you know, dicking around, no plugins or anything, just pure vanilla, and it was hilarious. And I'm like, I'm going to get Minecraft. And then I found out they were making a server. Hi, guy. I didn't even see you there. I'm gonna... I don't know, I'm being really passive this game. Hi. I love you. This is not personal. What's this guy doing? Savior, thanks. I don't want to kill him! Anyway, I'm being really passive this game. You guys, I'm gonna... okay. As I was saying. Saw them on there and wanted to get Minecraft and found out they were making the server. They did a special live stream event for the launch of their server, and I happened to get in as one of the first 120 people. The funny thing was, though, is actually it was a whitelisted server when they started it off, and then they unwhitelisted it to let everybody join, the way all servers launched, pretty much. The first time that they opened it up, I actually didn't get into the server, but they actually had to take it down for maintenance, and I wound up getting in the second time. So there was never maintenance, because here's the thing, I actually got off on a pretty good foot with Matt the first time around when I got into that server. He happened to think I was funny and, started talking to me from there, and I got a little bit of a, sort of a bond between them from the first time that I got on there. And from there, the community helped me to, advise me, start a YouTube channel, because I was on that server for a long time. And, people really liked me on there, at least the majority did. Few people didn't, but, to his their own. Anyway, hello, guy. Fight you. Shall not win. Good fight, good fight. What was I saying? Right. So I started YouTube. Actually wound up making a few videos with Matt, recorded with him. I believe I did a few videos with Jerome starting off early in there, and just went from there. Met some awesome people, and yeah, that was kind of how I got started. I met Mitch and Jerome and Matt and all them and Zach on a BYD server, a server that they made longer than 2 years ago, and that's where I was. And strangely enough, maybe if I never even joined that server, to think if I never joined that server on that day, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, is a very crazy thing to think about. And that really just goes to show that life, I don't want to get too philosophical here, but life honestly is such a crazy, crazy thing that one little day joining a Minecraft server has distinctly led to everything that is going on in my life right now. And how did I get here? Through the community, through you guys, through absolutely everything every single one of you has done. I don't care if it's, a milestone, 94,000, 93,000, pardon. You guys are thinking, well, this doesn't really concern to me too much. Every single one of you guys are awesome. Every single one of you watching this right now, you're just viewing it. Even if you've, this is somehow the first video that you've ever seen from me, and if it is, I apologize. You still count. And you're still amazing. In a lesser sense. So, your startup disk is almost full. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. Gonna have to end this recording off soon. So, I just want to say thank you guys for absolutely everything that you've done. And this video is probably going to need to come to a very abrupt closing. But I'd like to say, it's been a crazy ride. You guys have opened so many doors for me. And to everybody who's been supporting me over this long, 2-year journey, which can be long or short, whichever way you look at it, I thank you anyway for everything. And I hope that I can do YouTube for many years to come, and I hope you guys stick around for many years to come, and hope that my content doesn't suck as the years go by. I must say I'm decently proud of my content as it's gone on in the years, and I forgot that I can't hit control while fighting, or else that happens. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I know it's turned into a really big sap story, What else do you expect in these kinds of videos? You came out of freaking nowhere. Yep, I'm gonna die. This is the end for me! End for me. Good fights. Good game. Good game to all. Thank you guys for everything, and thank you for 2 amazing years, which has been by far the best years of my life. So thank you guys a ton. Catch you guys back in the next UHC season episode 5 coming out tomorrow. So don't forget to check that out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one and have a fantastic year. See you guys. How the frick do I turn this thing off? There we go.